set.
Okay. Call to order the public hearing regarding the village's loan application to the Illinois EPA for seeking funding for lead line service replacement within the village. Call to order the public hearing regarding the village's loan application to the Illinois
Julie
EPA
Willis,
for seeking funding for
Trustee
lead
Jay
line
Heiferman,
service replacement
Mayor
within the
Hofeld,
village of Homewood.
Trustee Philip
Roll call,
Mason,
Mr. Haney.
Trustee
Presentations, Mr. Haney.
Julie Willis. Yes, Mayor and Board, thank you for coming
Trustee
tonight.
Jay
I
Heiferman.
apologize.
Mayor
Hofeld.
Last moment, we were spending
Trustee
a lot
Philip
of time
Mason.
with our TOD, and this one dropped off the radar slightly, so I really.
Yes, Mayor and Board, thank you for coming tonight again. I apologize. So we have our partners here tonight, Burns and McDonald. We're really familiar with Burns and McDonald, as you guys know, as everyone knows. They were instrumental in us completing our water main. So we have our partners here tonight, Burns and McDonald, successful project, really familiar with came in on time, as everyone knows. They were instrumental back out to Burns and McDonald to be our water main transmission engineer years ago. As we complete our successful project, they came in on time lead service line. We were able to reach tonight. We have Burns and McDonald with our presentation. We have Paul St. Alban. As we complete our lead Hurl initiate or start. If you guys remember for the water main transmission line, we have two. Tonight we have Steve Creedy, our presentation. We have Paul St. Alban. So now we have our two Pauls. Paul Hurley. We're going to get started. If you guys remember for the water main transmission line, we have the two Steves, Steve Creedy and Steve Bowden. No, so we'll have the overview of the lead service line replacement. We're going to get started. Who wants to? I can do that. So, and everyone knows Clean Water Act mandates that every municipality in the state of Illinois. No, so we'll have the overview of the lead service line replacement service mandate replacement program. I can do that. So, and everyone knows Clean Water Act mandates that every municipality in the state of Illinois must implement a lead service line replacement 2026 program. We have funding for that. That is in place already. We just recently went out to bid actual construction of our program that has 2026 program for that. We have funding for that. That is so now we're moving to the 2027 year program. So our goal is to have this public hearing, which we were successful, create an application, send it to IEPA, and some hurdles for that. The document finally got that completed. So now we're moving to the 2027 year program. So our goal is to have this public hearing, create an application, send it to IEPA, get all the documents ready to submit to the IEPA to receive funding for 2027.
So as you know, last board meeting, we
Terrence, you wanna
approved
cover?
Five Star as our general contractor for the lead line replacement program. So
Good
in the
evening,
upcoming
everybody.
weeks, we'll be meeting with them to
So as
kind
you
of
know,
develop
last
a game
board
plan
meeting, we
of what's gonna
approved
happen
Five Star
next. And
as
so
our general
we're optimistic that
contractor
we'll be
for the
able to
lead
start
line
construction
program.
sometime in the
So in
summer.
upcoming
But
weeks,
we
we'll
know
be
what
meeting
is
with them
critical
to kind
to
of
develop a
develop
game
game
plan.
plan.
So I don't
What's
wanna
gonna
get,
happen next.
you know,
So
too caught up
we're
on
optimistic that we'll be
2026, but I
able to
just
start
kinda wanna give
construction
you sometime in the
a heads
summer.
up of what's to
But
come.
we know
And
what is
so
critical.
right now,
is
we're gonna be meeting
notification.
with,
So I don't wanna get
Five Star
too
and
caught
so
up on
be
us,
2026, but I
our
just kind of want
friends
to give
at
you
Burns and
like
McDonald,
a heads up
and
of
then
what's
we'll
to
have
come.
duty. So
then
right now
after
we're
that,
gonna be
we'll have to
meeting with
figure out how to notify everybody.
Five Star.
So right
And
now
we'll
we'll
be
be
working
us,
with
our
communications team,
friends
to
at Burns and
issue
McDonald,
out a
and then we'll have
flyer
duties
to all the
Well,
affected
then
areas
after that, we'll have to
hit
figure
in
out how to
2026.
notify everybody.
And so this will
So right now we've been
cover
working with
what's
our
to
communications
expect.
team.
We're going to be
issue
talking
out
about the access agreement. So
flyer
we
to
did get
all the
together with our
affected
legal
areas
team
that
and
will
Burns
be
and
hit
McDonald
in
to draft
2026.
something up
And
that
so
would
this will
allow us to
basically
come in the house,
cover
and
what
then
to
they would have to
expect.
sign off.
We're going to be talking about an access agreement, so we did get together with our legal team and Burns and McDonald. So that's something that will be included in the brochure to let them know. And then they would have to sign also most they want the restoration, what level they would also have to sign off again. And so our hope is to get that out within the next month, brochure to let them know what's happening. And also if you guys are familiar with what level to expect. So we want to do an informational meeting with the affected area, get that out, so they can come and we can go to them, or they can come over here and we can discuss. If you guys are familiar, we did hot topics. So we want to do this informational meeting with the affected area, so they can come and we can go to them, or they can come over here and we can discuss. This would just be another opportunity to engage them. As soon as this kicks off, we're going to have, and we have to figure this out with our contractors, how we issue the access agreements. This right now, our finance team has done a great job, and then after finding out who the owners are, so we have to figure this out with our contractor, how we issue the actual physical property. Right now, our finance team owners that are out of town, so finding out there can be no lapse, and we didn't get it out to like the residents, turn the actual physical property, and then any owners that are out of town. And so there
You'll
can
be,
be no
kept up
lapse
to
in
date
didn't get
through the
anything,
board
like
updates,
we,
through
you know,
just
every
turned up
meeting,
every
so we
race
just wanna
going
make sure
over to
we
make
get
sure
this
that
right.
people are
So
notified.
I don't know, Josh, if
And
there's
so
anything else.
you hit a lot of
You'll
them,
be,
this is,
kept up
this is
to
a team effort.
date
It's been
through
all
the
along.
board
We're
updates,
looking forward
through
to
just
getting
many
this done right
meetings,
the
so we
first
just
time.
wanna make sure we get this right.
And so we can just
So,
grow
I don't
on
know,
that
Josh,
year
if
after year after year.
there's
You hit a lot of it on the head. This is,
So moving forward to
team
the
effort. It's been
2027
all along.
project, Amy, you want to
Looking
check out
forward to
funding
getting
for
this done right the
2027?
first time. And so
Or-
we can just grow upon that.
We'll touch on that, but I'll just
Right.
mention,
So moving forward to the 2027 project, Amy, you want to check out funding for 2027?
For fiscal '27
Or,
to replace 700. We'll touch on that, but I'll
Right.
just mention, the reason for the 3 loan applications.
So,
So we've
we've
submitted 3 loan applications for fiscal '27 to replace 750 lead available to us. The reason for the 3 loan applications, we also requested funding for future years, with an estimated 750 replacements for a year, as well. So we're trying to kind of get ahead of the game, show the state. Also requested funding for future years, and an estimated 750. So I will turn it over to Brent and Mac to kind of talk as well. Specifically about to kind of get ahead of the game, show the state.
just want to cover something real quick. Now, a lot of this, we put a lot of the detailed, dirty details in the board updates. So there's some board updates, actually,
Specifically
like 4
about
board updates
fiscal
prior
27.
that had all of this information. Now, a lot of this, we put a lot of the detailed, dirty details. One of the outcomes we learned from the IEPA as it relates to our loan payment that had all of this information. The IEPA ties our loan repayment, it should be 30 years, to our water. One of the outcomes we learned from the IEPA as it relates to our loan payment. Right now, we're on the 20th year, ties our loan 25th, should be 30 years. We are on the 20th year of our 25-year long with the initial water contract with Chicago Heights. Right now, we're on the 20th year of our 25th, we are on the 20th year of our 25-year initial water contract. Go ahead. We have 20 years left, which creates a problem if we're borrowing money from the IEPA that should be a 30-year repayment.
You had-
So we're working with the city of Chicago Heights, and we talk with them, so we have 20 years left, which creates a problem if we're borrowing our money from the IEPA that should be a 20-year repayment. So we're working with the city of Chicago Heights, sent an email, but that was a challenge, so they're going to present us some options, highlight that. Again, board updates, if you need to, let me know, 20 years, dirty details in that board update, so that highlights all of this. Want to bring up, but that was a challenge that we posted already on, just want to highlight that. Again, board 2027 year program.
Sir.
All you let me know
Details
what
in that
map
board
you want me to
update that
pull up.
highlights all of this.
Absolutely.
Want to bring up Paul's?
Yeah, I think this is
Paul's involvement.
a great place to start. So, just a few
2027
highlights.
year
27, sir, will
All you
take
let me know
place,
what map you want me to pull up.
North. Absolutely. Yeah, I think this is a great place to start. So, just a few highlights. So the 27 work will take place north of 100 feet.
Go back to what we done in 2020.
Sure. Yes, there will be residential
sites, correct?
red lines
High
replaced
schools,
in 26.
daycare
I think we
centers,
have a
things
figure
of that
out.
type.
Yes,
Any
with the
residents,
26
going to be
locations.
done in 2026?
Yes, there will be residential homes with their lead lines replaced in 2026. It's a little hard to tell. What's the color early of 26 project? Yellow. So the areas that are shaded yellow on this figure, those are the locations. It's a little hard to tell. What's the color early of the 26 project? Yellow. So the areas that are shaded yellow on this figure, those are the locations that are in 2026 with an emphasis on schools and so on and so forth, as you said, Mr. Mayor.
What's the reference point as far as the street is that?
Okay.
Yeah, so
There's
Olive,
the,
or I believe,
Fifth,
Olive
Casey
was
Highway,
the main
and then,
east-west street that we
south
did that was just
of-
south of Ridge.
Is that Ridge?
Yeah, so Olive, or I believe, Olive.
As you
was
can see, it's
the
kind of
main
polka dot, right?
East-west
We got
street that
the
we did
yellow
that was
kind of
just
in
south
a
of
couple
Ridge.
sporadic spots, and again, the reason for that is the disadvantage, couple on Park Avenue side as well. Schools, daycare. As you can see, it's kind of home polka daycares, dot, right? and then We got the yellow kind of in a couple sporadic spots, and again, the reason for that is the disadvantage, the
Correct.
schools, daycares, home daycares, and then.
Sure.
One question. So when we do the list line for whatever reason or priority, we're
Correct.
connect with any other capital improvement projects that we can.
As best as we can, yes. We're trying to line those up with not only road improvement, but also where, like we have Idlewild just was released. We're gonna be doing all of those service lines
best as we
with
can,
that. That's our
yes.
own project.
We're trying to line those up
Trying
to
to not only road improvement, but
that as best
also
as
where,
possible so
that we don't have a monster
like
disruption. We have Idlewild just was released. We're gonna be doing all of those service lines with that. That's our own project.
So 2026,
We're gonna be
again, the area is
copycat that as best as
shaded
possible
yellow.
so that we don't have a monster disruption.
Moving on to 27, so again, our focus is north of 183rd Street. So 2026, again, the area is shaded yellow.
Is to maximize.
Moving on to 27, so again, our focus is 26, right? You guys got about 2.5 million of loan forgiveness on your total funding is to maximize fantastic. So there was some great news. The way that we structured this, you guys got future years, especially about 2.5 million of loan forgiveness on your total funding at 41 million. That's fantastic. And so the way that we structured this is in these future years, especially in the area of North, has to do with census tracts, census tracts, and you know what the end of the day, like the $20 back.
Why does north of 183rd maximize?
So others have stated this, but again, next year there's going to be 3 contracts, and again, so not only was it north of 183rd Street, but we also wanted to. So others have stated this, but again, next year there's going to be. Hope to find out later this year what kind of. So not only was it north of 183rd Street, but we also wanted to break up. So again, as the years go on, so we'll hope to find out later this year what kind of principal forgiveness that might get from 28 to 31. So again, as the years go on, we'll begin to extend south of 183rd Street, 40 and from 28 to 31. The village, no, that's just through fiscal year 2030 from the LPA. 40.
Over the course of.
As the current federal government.
Project.
No, that's just through fiscal year 2030. No, actually they've accelerated them. So there was the LCRI, which was originally like a 17-year kind of planned implementation phase, and they accelerated. No, actually they've accelerated them. So there was the LCRI, which was originally like a 17-year kind of planned implementation phase, and they accelerated that to 11 years with the latest. I think that remains to be seen. I guess the IPA has come out and said, if you don't do this, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, but certainly tracking that. I think that, every year to be seen. I think that the IPA has come out and said, if you don't do this, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, but certainly knows how many they will be placed. Tracking that. Every year the village has to send an inventory, right? So you're letting the Illinois EPA know how many ones you have.
Are there benchmarks that we have to meet in order to be eligible to continually get the loans from the IPA?
No, but how each
are there benchmarks that
project plan and loan, each project plan and loan is scored, right? So depending on a variety of points. No, but how each income of the project plan and loan, each project plan and loan kinds of permits that are needed, depending on each loan application, a variety hope is that the village points high enough, medium income of the village. So for 2026, the kinds of permits that are needed, each loan application is scored. Anticipate hope is that the village scores high enough, but it really is a annual loan. So for 2026, depending on your overall score is going to determine whether or not you got the loan. We anticipate the village hopefully will get a loan for 27, but it really is an annual case-by-case basis. Depending on your overall score is going to determine. Loan forgiveness is more difficult than actually getting the loan. And that's, and you want both, right? Certainly you want the loan, but we want to try to maximize principal forgiveness. And that's again, that's the loan forgiveness is more difficult than actually getting how much money. And you want both, right? Certainly you want the loan, but we want to try to maximize principal forgiveness. And that's again, that's how we've structured this to maximize as much as possible. No. If anything, in the next 10 years, we anticipate that demand will continue. So there's many applicants. We're at the very beginning. You are. There have been anything in the next 10 years that anticipate that it's working ahead. We're at the very beginning. A number of years ago. You are. There have been other communities, candidly, that have been, I would say, working ahead. Part of the problem was it was kind of early from the mandate, so that they said, hey, you gotta spend these that have been billions of dollars on this, implementing, but now they're due to fund some cost. So places like Chicago was not the mandate, so that they said, hey, you gotta spend billions of dollars on this, but now they're going to actually fund some of that. So places like Chicago, we would envision it would be more competitive and it will also be more difficult to get the wheels just as the program.
And the price, and we anticipate the price is gonna be, we're gonna see
We
escalation
would
in the
envision it
price.
will be more competitive and it will be more difficult to get correct as the program continues.
And the price, and we anticipate the
And we have
price
to
is
do
gonna
this
be
every year, there's
escalation
no
to
way
the
of
price.
doing multi-year.
Yes.
Correct. Well, you could phase it a number of different ways. Part of what we've done is worked with
And
village
there's-
staff
and we
to
have to
try
do
to
this
structure
every
a
year. There's
program
no
that's
way of
manageable
doing
for the
multi-year.
village, right? I mean, theoretically, you could replace all these. Well, you could phase it a number of different ways. Part of what we've done is worked with village staff to try to structure a program that's manageable for the village, right? I mean, theoretically, you could replace. So we tried to kind of split the difference between years. The reality is between replacement, but doing it in a way, village time and the number of contractors out there.
And affordable.
We tried to kind of split the difference between maximizing lead service line replacement and doing it in a way that's manageable for the village and the local contractor.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
And affordable.
We still wanna do it the same structured way, but can we bundle years? So we show that year one, we're gonna do this many, that's more what I'm asking is, we still wanna do it the same structured way, but can bundle years, not actually, so we show that more. Year one,
Well, I'd say
this
we've
many,
actually
this is
done
our
that,
plan.
like, we've given
We
the
wanna do
IPA
this
kind
many,
of
and
a
this is our plan.
multi-year plan, we're
Bundle
showing
years,
that,
not
in the different
actually
years, and that's all
do
being
more.
bundled together. Well, I'd say we've actually done that, like, we've given the IPA kind of a multi-year plan, but we're showing that in different years, and that's all being bundled together to show them that the village has all
That
intention.
first map is the clear reflection of that, the yellow being a little bit smaller, and then the next few years, the different colors there in the structure, where you get purple, the first map is the clear reflection of that, the yellow being a little bit smaller. There's structuring that's happening to show the plan structure, where you get purple, the blue,
Trustee
and
Mason, the other,
orange.
and I think someone said
A
that
little
the
bit of
other
green as
main
well.
component.
There's
of our
structuring that's
speed,
happening to
our
show the
ability to do
plan
more
for
meters
the three
is
phases.
affordability.
Yeah.
Even the loan that we apply for, the other, it's paid in that, I think someone said that the other main component of our speed, and that's based on our water rate meters, is affordability. We got to move, even the loan that we as fast as possible, it's paid in that maximize the loan forgiveness and get out water everybody, so we have a contract that's based on our water rates, so again, it's that affordability. We got to, we're trying to as fast as possible, and again, maximize the loan forgiveness, and get out, we may have to tweak, so we have contracts that build water rate, but again, it's that affordability cost. If you go too fast, too far, now you're gonna have to ask residents very carefully, we may have to tweak, that water rate to increase the cost to be able to pay the debt service back, so we're trying
Any others have
to
comments?
be very carefully.
Comments from the
Make sure
board?
it's affordable.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Public comment.
Any other questions, Mayor Board? We're good.
Any others have comments? The public. Comments from the board? Seeing no further comments from the board or the public, may I have a motion to adjourn, please? The public. Moved by trustee Willis, second by no further comments from the board or the public, may I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Julie Willis? Trustee Jay Hyperman?
Been moved by
Mayor Rich
trustee
Hofield.
Willis, second by trustee
Trustee
Mason.
Philip Mason?
Roll call, Mr. Hayes, and adjourn from the public hearing. Thank you
Trustee
all.
Julie Willis? Trustee Jay Hyperman? Mayor Rich Hofield?
Aye.
Trustee Philip Mason?
Aye.
We stand adjourned from the public hearing. Thank you all.